Hey, good morning. Good morning. It's a football Sunday. We have a game today. It's going to actually mean something. Bears Cleveland kicks off in about 29 minutes. With me today, we got Woody. Good morning,
Yo,
Woody.
yo.
Bear Down Mike. Good morning.
Good morning.
Bear Fan Dan. How you doing today?
All right, how are you?
Uh, long week. Just waiting for some football, though, right? And then, of course, we got Mike the Bear Fan. So who's doing some stuff in the back. He'll be with us just shortly. Big game today, guys. Big game. Maybe we'll get a birthday present for Kyler Gordon, right? It's his birthday today. So hopefully that will happen. He's playing today. He's not on an injury report. That's always good news. Kyler Gordon's birthday. I'm trying to think. When was the last time? Did anyone think of a big game a Bears players had on their birthday? I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
No.
Usually birthday games are pretty good for the birthday person, whoever it is. So let's hope that holds true, because we're going to get some injuries here in a little bit. But first, let's talk about this guy right here. So there was a rumor or a tweet put out Wednesday that he was going to resign. One person reported it, claimed it was true. No one else has grabbed it. But hey, he's got a 90 PFF grade this season, leading all cornerbacks in the NFL. So, and if you look further to stats, hey, Dan, that's some pretty good numbers right there. I mean, it sounds like we should be re-signing him, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I think we should. Looking good.
But I guess the question should be, Woody, how much should we re-sign him for?
Well, I thought at the beginning of the year, I ragged on the guy. I said he's got to be consistent. He's been living up to his name. I'm thinking that he'll be franchise tagged at the end of this year. That's my opinion.
Franchise tag is probably worth about what, $20 million?
Yeah.
Bear down, Mike. What do you think? Do you think he'll accept the tag, or you think we'll actually have to have him playing a tag, or you think there'll be a long-term deal coming?
I think there's going to be a long-term deal. No player wants to play on the franchise tag. The thing is, with him playing so well, he's probably looking to reset the market for corners.
That's a good question. Do you really think, though, that he could reset the market for corners?
The way he's playing, he probably can. I mean, what's hurting him is those pick sixes he dropped. That's what's hurting him.
Yeah, I would think, Woody, if you're going to reset the market, you got to probably be the best corner in the league for not just a season, but maybe two, and maybe not drop so many pick six attempts.
Well, one of them ruined a win for us. That was against Detroit.
Yep.
But to be the best corner in the league, though, to get best corner money, I'm not. He's playing good. Let me tell you, he's playing good, better than I thought he would be. But to be the best corner and getting the best corner money, I'm not too sure about that. Not yet.
Yeah, I would think that you need to put more than just a contract year together. I mean, we've seen it, and GMs have seen this too, I would think, so many times where a guy has a great contract year, gets the big contract, and then it's like, hi, my name's Eddie Jackson.
Oh, God.
Not that I don't like Eddie Jackson, but, Mike, I mean, we saw this with Eddie Jackson. Great. He had a great year. Bears signed a big contract, and he hasn't been terrible, but he hasn't lived up to the contract. So, I mean, for JJ to reset the market, I mean, I think it's a little too early for that, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to reset it. He's been playing well. I know his salary market value is 17.1 per year is what it's set at now. It was a little less a couple weeks ago, but you know how it fluctuates.
Yeah, and I think also I agree with that. And then also, if we would say give Justin an extension that eats into cap space, because you got to play that game now too. You got to start looking. He's playing the cap space game, right? All right, who else has he got to pay? Maybe Darnell Mooney gets a paycheck. I don't know if he's gone or not, but maybe you need to extend him or re-sign him, I should say. You got some smaller signings. Mercedes Lewis, if he doesn't retire, is probably still worth another $1 million for all the intangibles and everything else he's brought to this team. But you got the Foreman, right? Needs to be
That's
re-signed.
Definitely.
Or move on from him, and he got 9 or 10 mil this year. So a couple things to look at there. And as we look at more stats, so just in the last 5 games, speaking of it, extending, those are some pretty good numbers in the NFL right now over the last 5 games. He's actually pushing his way to the top of the field since he came back from injury. Actually, you can go back all the way back to the Washington game. One bad game he had since Washington was Minnesota. And actually, you can even look at the Broncos game before the Washington game, and he had a good game. So, Justin, do we resign? We've got 2 years of control, but do we pull the trigger on an extension now and try to save some money, Woody?
Yeah, like I said, because of his injury, and I said he has to come out with a fire in his ass because this is his make it or break it year. Believe it or not, that's what I said. But he is progressing every week, every year. But this season, he's progressing every week. So, like we were talking about before, none of us think we're going to get rid of him. But I would definitely extend him by the end of this, or at the end of this season. Definitely.
So Dan, if you buy into the extend Justin Fields talk, what do you think a contract for him looks like?
Probably about, I don't know, 3 years.
He should be making more than Daniel Jones or Daniel Jones numbers.
Yeah.
So what? Maybe
he's worth what, $40 million a year? Justin
45.
Is right now?
45. Well, PFF had him last week when we checked at 43 mil, 43.
It actually went up since then. It's got him at 48.1, and it's saying 6 years, 289 million.
Woo! Franchise. Can anybody say franchise? Fuckers.
Yeah, but if you franchise him, it could be just as high the following year, if not.
Look, we got 2 more years of team control. There's no need to franchise. We've got next year and a 5th-year option. But remember, an extension is just going to add on to that. So if you want to give him, I would pay him now regardless, because depending on what you make guaranteed is a kicker, right? If you're going to do something Cleveland stupid like Deshaun Watson and guarantee all of it, well, yeah, you're locking in. But if you're going to say, well, 6 years, 248, we'll guarantee 100 of it. Okay, you're only really locked in for 2 years then, really, if you think about it.
Yep.
True, but if they go with the value that it is, it's saying in the NFL rank, it's going to be the top 6 paid quarterback. And no offense, he's not a top 6 ranked quarterback.
He's top 10, I think, but not top 5.
Right.
And top 10 is pushing it.
Here we are, 20 minutes before a game, where in a season where, we don't have a great record. Every mock draft you see coming out from CBS, ESPN, Fox, and all these other yahoos have us drafting a quarterback. No. Yet here we are talking about how much the extension for Justin Fields should be. Because, look, we're not stupid. We look at the PFF grades. We're seeing what the contract projections for him are on Sport Track and how they keep going up. I'm just wondering, when are the rest of the people who report on this game going to wisen up and stop being so stupid and catch up to what we're saying here today?
Because these I don't know what these reporters they think that when the Bears lose, it's all Justin Fields' fault. The Broncos games, it was a defense fault.
Yeah.
The Detroit game at Detroit was the defense's fault, giving up those last minute points. It wasn't Justin Fields. It wasn't Justin Fields' fault. And if I hear again another fucker saying it was his fault on that Detroit fumble at the end of the game, which was Darnell Wright's fault, he's got to know where his surroundings are. Well, he only had 2 seconds with the ball.
Yeah.
Well, it was a blindside hit too. I mean, you never even saw Hutchinson.
Well, I hate the 8-28 record as a starter. I hate hearing that. I mean, do we really count his rookie year? They're counting his rookie year, but they won't count Trevor Lawrence's rookie year with Urban Meyer.
No, this is really his second year.
Yeah. They tore the roster down last year. He was the reason we were in games.
Right.
I think that's another reason why he got another shot as a starter. So
yeah, I mean, well, I'm also wondering though too, is like, you know, if you're a guy who comes into a great system, Brock Purdy, right? Oh my God, you're awesome, wonderful, we love you. If you come to Chicago and you don't put up Dan Marino rookie year numbers or Tom Brady Super Bowl winning numbers, oh my God, we need to get rid of you. Oh, look, another rookie to draft. Let's go get Caleb. I mean, that's how it's with the media. Like, it doesn't matter. They don't hear what you guys are saying is what I'm trying to get at. It's like they just say, oh, well, you know, he's not the best quarterback on the planet, right? Like, he is blowing everyone's numbers away. Therefore, he must be bad. Therefore, the Bears must get rid of him and get a new quarterback. When if you do a 17-17 split over his first 35 games, and you look at his back end 17, massively huge jump over his first 17, including that rookie year that we can say, okay, fine, let's jettison. It's include that, right, for 35 games, and look at the back half versus the front half. It's night and day.
Yeah.
And people forget personnel matters, receivers matters, coaching matters. So, yeah, I mean, there we go. Eric, he is him. You know, and I would agree with everything that Eric is saying there to a large degree, because it's Packer fans, it's Lions fans, it's divisional fans who just want to trash talk them, and then national media, because I guess that's what you do to a Bears quarterback. So,
and I know we only had 3 wins last year, but if we win 1-2 more, that's actually doubling the progression from last year, which I think that's what we need. Now, if we ended up another 3 wins this year, then we'll be talking a different story here. But he's progressing every week, and that's good for him.
I'm wondering though if some of the issue there is still possibly more on the coaching side.
Oh yeah.
Than anything else. Like Getsy, like, you know, I mean,
Getsy's got to go, no matter what.
I mean, honestly, I hate to say this, but if the defense progresses, I mean, it's Eberflus. I don't know if Flus is gone after this year. I'm not sure if they bring in an offensive coordinator like we're talking about Frank Reich. He played in the Indianapolis system. They might keep Eberflus. Getsky's got to go. I don't care if he blows up the scoreboard the last 4 weeks. He's got to go.
Yeah, because in the following next season, if he's still here, the first 4 games going to be the same again.
So that's though, if you look at what Ryan Poles has said, and like I think we do a better job of listening to Poles than the national media does. He's evaluating everything over the last 5 games. So that started last week with Detroit. Obviously, Getsy got the assignment, right? You didn't see negative 3-yard screen passes. He mixed it up. Overall, the play calling was much better. Let's say that continues this week. Let's say that continues, for the rest of the year. and let's say we win out. Does Getsy come back if that happens? I mean, you know what? As much as and you guys have heard me say fire Getsy times this year, I think he'd come back because Poles will have met he would have met Poles' requirements.
Oh, you fuck. It's hard to say.
Because and here's the other thing too, I guess right now. Let's say we blow up the school board today, and we'll get to predictions here in a few minutes. Let's say we beat Atlanta. Let's say we beat let's see what else we got after that. We got Atlanta,
Arizona.
Let's say we beat Arizona, and let's say
Green
we beat the Packers on the final game of the season. We win out. So now we're like what a 9-win team. And the offensive play calling is great the next 4 games. Okay. Ron Rivera is available at the end of the year. Maybe he's a DC. The dude out in that just got fired in LA, he's available. Yeah,
Brandon
exactly.
Staley, God,
you're a good one, Ken. You woke up on the. That's that Central Time snow. You talking stupid like that?
Hey, no. I'm not saying. Look, Fox Sports has him as the next Bears head coach already, which is just freaking stupid that Fox Sports didn't report that, saying that he's Poles' guy. No, he's not. But so there's some guys maybe available for OC DC positions, right? We obviously need a DC. You don't want your head coach doing both all year. What happened this year, fine. The fact that he did it.
We got Captain Obvious there. What the fuck?
Yeah, the fact that he did both throughout the season, I'm not too happy about. But okay, maybe better than bringing in a new DC during the season. But look, it's worked because the defense has been off the chain lately and getting better. But
number one,
yeah, Getsy, if 2 things happen, I think Fields gets an extension and Getsy retains his job if the Bears win out and the play calling is more vertical than it's been.
I only can see Getsky staying maybe if the Bears get a wild card. I don't see him. I don't see him. That's just. But what do I know? I don't know.
Let's think. Yeah, the defense is doing better, but we also had 2 coaches were resigned or fired by HR. That's something to look at. What kind of quality people are you bringing in?
Over that.
What if we have the same issue next year? That's your head coach pulling in these people.
I can play what if all day though, Mike. I mean, what if after game 3 has a massive heart attack and dies? I mean, you can.
What if Eddie Jackson has 10 interceptions?
Be a Bears fan, yeah, you probably will have a heart attack.
The fact is, though, the players love Eberflus. The players love Eberflus. Even Montez Sweat already came out singing praises after just a few weeks. I don't think Flus is gone. I mean, look, he's doubled the win total pretty much already from last year. The defense looks phenomenal. You just don't want your head coach to be your defensive coordinator and head coach. So Poles, I'm like, dude, you got to hire a DC. And let's be honest, a DC in this situation is a DC in name only. He did hire his special assistant, right, who's been helping on the defense, but he needs an actual DC. And all the DC's going to be asked to do is run Eberflus's defense. That's it.
Yeah.
OC is where we need the help the most. And as much as it pains me, I could see Getsy staying if we do really, really good over the next couple games. So,
we'll see.
Yeah, 4 games left. Let's see how well he does.
So we'll see how today goes. Now today is going to be an interesting day as we look at the injury report. I am no more. St. Brown is still out. Sewell is still out.
Brisker and Moore are playing.
Brisker and Moore are playing. St. Brown being out, Sewell hasn't been a massive impact. I think St. Brown being out that's another guy. We got to spend about $1 million. Probably that's it to resign next year. I think we resign him.
Yeah. He's a good locker room and he's a good blocker.
But that's the other thing, we're pretty injury free offensively right now. Of course, and the injury report didn't show the biggest injury because he's out for season, and that's Ngakwe is gone for the season with a broken ankle.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be missed. He's on an injury report because he's basically done. Season-ending surgery or whatnot to happen. So he's out. He's done. But that's not going to affect Getsy. That's going to affect the defense.
Yeah.
Getsy's got almost an entire complement on offense. He's missing St. Brown, and that's it. So today's just another audition. If he does well today and the Bears play well against a very good Cleveland defense,
too.
it's just another feather in Getsy's cap. So that's what I'm thinking. Like we might not be done with Luke Getsy yet, because also what are the other known quantities out there that you can think of to replace him?
I don't know. Kellen Moore.
Frank Wright.
Yep.
What about that Bieniemy?
Assuming they want they
Yeah,
want that kind
Bieniemy's
of
gone from Washington.
Yeah. If I don't know if
He may be offered the head coaching job.
if Rivera goes, maybe Bieniemy will take that head coaching job. Who knows?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Now Bieniemy could be an option though if Rivera is let go. That might just be a good time for him if he doesn't get a head coaching job to become an OC in a different club.
Wow.
Improve even further. So, all right, Mike here is prompting me to get us into predictions. Thank you, Mike. I guess we'll go around the horn. So Woody doesn't think everyone's cheating on him. I'll start with Dan. Dan, what's your prediction for today's game?
It's rainy. From hearing, it's a pretty rainy day in Cleveland. Justin Fields, I think, is going to come out. 23 to 16 Bears. Justin Fields is going to come back for some revenge on that game a couple of years ago.
That's pretty close to what I had.
Cleveland.
23-16 Bears there for Dan. Mike, how about you?
Which Mike?
You.
Oh, 24-17, Chicago.
All right. Mike, the Bear fan, Mike. What about you?
I'm actually real close to both of them. I got the Bears winning. I don't think the weather is really going to be permitted for scoring. I think it's 27-16 Bears.
Woody?
Well, jeez, fuck.
It's going to include a Carlos Santos field goal.
No, it's not. Listen.
He's going to wait for the Pat game for that.
Yeah. You see the caption there. Myles Garrett. I'll be surprised if he doesn't get 10 tackles and 2 sacks. There's not. We thought Max Crosby was disgusting. Nick Bosa. Myles Garrett is unreal. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Jesus. Joe Flacco. My goodness. Plus Cleveland's whole offensive line, their center's out for the game.
Isn't their left tackle out too?
Yeah, so I'm going to have to go against everybody. I'm going to say 23-20 Cleveland. I'm going to take the home team in this game.
Ooh. I am not going to take the home team. Call me a homer if you want. I'm going to take the Bears.
Fucking Homer Central time stem motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm not one of those weird East Coasters.
Weird. I was on time, pal.
Hey, I was on time. I don't know what you're talking about.
He wasn't late, that's for sure.
Answer your goddamn phone.
Hey, I'm not late unless I don't start the show. And, well, I was here. So, but speaking of late, let me see. Let me count the people who are late on Wednesday night.
I gave you.
I didn't see no poll. I didn't see no poll.
Thank you, Mic drop. Okay.
I didn't see no poll. Ken, did I see a message saying, "Hey, we're gonna do a show tonight"? Go fuck yourself.
It's a routine.
Let me see. Let me see here. I will take the Bears. I'll go 27-17 Bears. 10-point game.
And speaking of prediction, Woody is leading us by 1 game. He is 7-6, and we're 6-7, and he's the only one that took the Browns. So,
Well, those
And
East
we
Coast
got-
guys got to stick together. That's
And
what
I
it
just
is.
and I
You
just
gotta
want to
take the
mention
East
butt
Coast
fumble
team.
Sanchez is calling the game today, so
Oh,
that's
great.
very impressive.
Well, not for us. Me and Ken will be doing the game too. So
Yeah,
don't have
but
to listen to
me
him.
with that.
Well, we can't let Woody do the game anymore. He ruins it for everyone.
I'm pretty sure I'll ruin it for Ken too.
Well, that's what happens when you're about 45 seconds to a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And the game today is on CBS locally,
Fox.
or is it Fox?
Fox.
All right.
Hey, and bear down, Mike. I do a pretty much a prediction thing every year. If you're around here next year, you can get in it as well. At the end of the year, who's ever prediction for the scores in total, I give a free giveaway to.
Oh, cool.
I got to win this year.
I think Woody
That
got
Woody's
it
life
one,
depends on
and
it.
Dan got it one.
Yeah, I got it last year.
Yeah, he cheated.
Yeah.
If Woody doesn't win, his life might cease to exist.
Absolutely.
He might not sell any more Fords.
I want that Roquan Smith jersey Mike's wearing right now.
It's actually a right jersey.
Yeah, get it right there.
Wow.
Here-
Oh,
Here's
God.
something I want to bring up. This is going to be a big test for Braxton Jones, right? Going against Myles Garrett to
I
see
think
if
every
he's
week.
our
Yeah.
left tackle for the future. If
So
he
watch
can hold
those-
his own,
Watch those full starts. I'm telling you. Garrett doesn't line up hardly any time on the line. He's back up a little bit, so just watch.
Woody, that's your cue.
All right, so even though I picked Cleveland to win today, if the Bears got to win, they got to stop Myles Garrett on the defense. He's just a unbelievable defensive player. I say he's one of the best defensive players in the league. We have the number one defense. They have the number two. That's why I call it low scoring. I just picked the home team. They have Kareem Hunt. They got Ford, hell of a running backs. Ford's a quick motherfucker, I'll tell you. But the keys to the game today is that we got to stop Myles Garrett, and Justin Fields got to run in this nice weather they have, and that's the Woody wrap up.
And with that, guys, let's play some football. Well,
let's get it.
we're not going to play. Let's watch the Bears play some football. Everyone, please join us after this show. We'll have the new feed up for the Bears game. Mike and I will be there. Don't forget, every Monday morning at 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, NFL Talk with Russell Wayne. Wednesday night, 7:30 Central, 8:30 for you East Coasters, the Halas Hall Report. And, of course, what you're tuned in here every Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Central, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, the pregame show. And with that, folks, we will bid you adieu until Wednesday. For those who are coming to the game, we'll see you in a few. Good luck, everyone, and bear down.
Bear
Bear
down.
down.
Bear down.